Welcome to the Earn the Signature podcast. My name is Jeremy Gomez.
And I'm Gea Gomez.
And we're the team leaders of the JG Signature team, which is a real estate team based in Central Florida, Orlando. And this project is very special to us. And are you excited about this?
Absolutely.
So what is Earn the Signature? You're probably asking yourself, what does this name mean? And for us, it means the world, because a signature represents reputation, trust, responsibility, and behind the scenes, we're working hard so the person in front of us, in our case, is a client, to be able to say, yes, you did earn my signature. I'm going to sign a dotted line. I'm going to sign that contract. And it took a lot because we're bringing value to the table, right? So our young entrepreneurs and up-and-coming professionals, this is what this means, right? To work hard, hustle hard, to be able to earn the signature in business and in life.
Absolutely. And even go a step further, a signature means a commitment. It means that that negotiation table, place, marriage, agreement, it comes to the end with a signature that we're committing and we are agreeing in a commitment of what have been said. So it goes beyond whether it's in sales, whether it's in whatever thing, and anything in life. Once that sign is done and that signature is done, it means that's it. So for us, it represents so much. Not only the discipline, not only the character in the individual, your worthiness, your word, your everything that is in that mindset of yours. So sales, entrepreneurship, for us, that is marriage, being married in business for so long, that signature is all.
So earn that signature, guys. Out there is what it is. And we're the team leaders, but we're going to bring to this podcast all of our team members and special guests. We want to be as entertaining, as fun as possible, because in sales, you have to keep it light, guys, because there's so much chaos happening. So many things could go wrong in a transaction, but we're doing that concept about this podcast name, which is earning that signature in everything that we do. And sometimes for us, actually, the closing of a transaction, that signature, the bottom line, where it's a celebratory time, means that we did the job well done because we earned that signature at the end. But this is our first episode, and we're going to talk today about being married in business.
Whoa.
So, but before we get into that, because we are married in business, obviously, this is my beautiful wife. I want to give you a little background where we came from. So, Gia, tell everybody like how we started.
Like that? We're going to start like that?
Like that.
Obviously, two immigrant kids that got here into the United States from Peru. Jeremy's originally from Peru, Lima, Peru. He came when he was 7 years old. I came from Cuba when I was 10 years old in a RAF. Yeah, you heard it. And for those that have never heard my story, you can hear it and listen to it. And I got an accent. So what? Which is another podcast that I have on my story. But yeah, no, two immigrant kids. Parents came to this land of the opportunities looking for exactly that, opportunities. And our parents worked so hard for that. And we met in 18, 19 years old in church. Yes. Got married when we were 21. Yes, you heard it. We were 21. And
so she was 20, I was 21.
Yes. Everybody knows, Jeremy, that I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest for 1 year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it's all right.
Love it.
Well, actually, a couple of days ago, they were telling us that we look so much younger than what we really are. I mean, I got the gray hairs coming in, as you can see, but we won't say our age. We'll let you guys do your math. But we were two young kids jumping in. And as we came in to a marriage, we also came into a business.
Absolutely. And you're getting ahead of yourself like always. So let me roll it back a little bit. Let me roll it back. Yes, it's been 23 years that we've been married, 23 years in business, which thinking about it now that for you guys I've done the math, we're in our 40s. It's insane that not only we got married that young, and right there we started our first business. Like Jeremy started his business 6 months before we got married. I remember, the story goes that I made an appointment with his brother, and I'm like, his brother owned 36 cell phone stores, and I'm like, we want to open a franchise. And he gave us all the tools to do. And in less than 6 months, Jeremy was approved for 40,000 loan, for a small business loan that we opened our first cell phone store. 6 months later, we got married, and that was our first industry, telecommunication. And looking right now, where in the world anybody give a 20-year-old at that time? I was 19. We got married 6 months later after I became 20 and you're 21. A $40,000 with not much credit history. You had a part-time job. We were going to college. That was definitely God. It was definitely our destiny to be entrepreneur, and in marriage, which is even insane.
So new business and new marriage.
New business, new marriage, two different culture, upbringing. Like, throw us anything else, how can we make it?
You said it once before when we had another interview somewhere else, that it was a recipe for failure. It was like, because a marriage and a business are two different things, and each of them, small business owners, I forgot the percentage, but a lot of them fail. Mm-hmm. Most of them fail because it's over 50%.
In the first year. And marriage, it's the
same thing. So we jumped into this particular two ventures, a marriage and a business, and it was a recipe for failure because that's what the statistic is. Mm-hmm. And here we are 23 years later, still thriving, still married, and still in business.
Pause. So we definitely earned the signature.
We earned the signature.
We earned signature there. God help us.
I earned your signature first, I think, but it's okay.
God. So I think we earned to be the host of this podcast.
And so ironically, that when you do get married, you got to go sign at the thing. So
same thing with opening a business. There's a lot of signing doing.
So we're earning signatures as we go.
Yeah.
And so, at an early, tender age of 20 and 21, owning a business, I remember, how the business accelerated so fast. Mm-hmm. So we owned, my brother Yuri owned 36 T-Mobile stores, and we were fortunate enough to get our first one, and we had 3 within the first year and a half.
Yes.
And with employees running, payroll running, and we, I think all of our employees, I think all of our employees were older than us.
All of them.
All of them were older than us. We were the youngest. And, we were able to see through, and God saw us through every single chaos of the market in that industry that we were in, telecommunications. And, that was our start. Do
you remember the first hard decision we had to make?
Actually, we had a lot of them, but which one are you talking about?
Well, the first hard decision we had to make, it was dropping out of college.
Oh, right.
We couldn't
keep up.
We couldn't keep up. And I remember, can you imagine all the regrets and all the things that we're like, should it? But we're in business. This is our baby. But everybody's telling us that we need to earn this certificate and this, this thing of, I went to college, I need a doctorate, or I need my AA, that you had, I can just imagine right now going back, in a little window, us so young, but we just threw ourselves. And that's the first, I think, talking about going back to what you said. In our experience, marriage is definitely what you said. It's a business.
Yep.
Because the first thing you're going to get the most is negotiate. You're going to negotiate the heck out of everything and anything.
Marriage is a business, and we'll prove it to you. Because if you're married right now, and you don't think your marriage is kind of treated like a business, let me break it down for you. So marriage is business because, number one, you're negotiating every single day. Don't tell me that every time you want to go eat somewhere, you guys are saying, oh, you pig, and then you come to a happy medium. Happens to us all the time. Number two, you have to have communication. Imagine working with somebody, you have colleagues at work, whatever. You don't communicate, it's going to fall apart, right? Number three, foundation. It has to have great values. It has to have some sort of, beliefs and culture within the marriage, just like a business. And then also financials. Okay, a marriage has financials. You have to have a budget. You need to know what your spending habits are. You need to coordinate where you're spending. You need to coordinate what's coming in, what's going out, just like a business.
What's your bottom line in the business?
Yes.
That's it. And
when to cut, when the lower months and income come in, like all that, when to save, all that good stuff. So that's a business.
Something is going to suffer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But the part of the negotiation, is the one that the communication, everything is intertwined, everything is in harmony. But the one thing that I think is the most, after I think negotiation in marriage and business, is the roles. Is exactly
important.
the roles and positions in a business. In order to be successful, there has to be a set standard of the role of each individual that it's part of that business. The same way, guys, whether we want it, agree or not, my girls out there, you need to stay in your role in order to succeed.
And whoever's married right now is listening to us and you're in business together, if you have not done this, this is our tip to you for today. But we actually wrote our job descriptions when we started in business.
True.
It took us a little bit of time to understand that we needed to have roles, but we did it, right? We sat down and said, okay, we're just kind of like crossing each other so much. We need to really find out what you're doing in this business and what I'm doing in this business. Okay. So when we did that, and I put the list down, okay, in this business, I'm doing all these roles. And in this business, she says, I'm doing all these roles, and we'll never cross each other. Yes, can we help each other if one of us, fails in one portion? Absolutely, because where I'm weak, you're strong, and where you're weak, I'm strong, and we feed off each other. All right? And then understanding also the boundaries of when we're in business hours, that's when those job descriptions come. But when those business hours are over, it's a different thing, right?
Another role in marriage.
Another role in marriage, absolutely. So, and then when we have now employees in the mix, and we have, and in our case now, agents who are 1099 contractors, it becomes a little bit of a complication sometimes, because we have to make hard decisions sometimes. And the first hard decision, like I said, is dropping out of college to sustain the business, because we couldn't keep up with both, unfortunately. But it was one of the best decisions we did, because we were to focus on that business. So 200%. What happened after the telecommunications, though? Because we have to fast forward.
Of course. We've been in many industry for this last 23 years. Telecommunications, we were 3 years. And then the next 20 years, we've been in real estate. Mortgage.
Yes.
Mortgage was like the little gap. And then in real estate, which I think is the industry that we have enjoyed so much, because we have the freedom technically to invest and do so much, because then it's not just one industry. That's the beautiful thing I love about real estate, that everything is real estate. Everything and anything is real estate. And I think that's what we enjoy the most, because in telecommunication, there's some hours that we had to be there no matter what. And in real estate, we made our hours, because we have the benefit that we both are in real estate for our children and the family that we have raised, thanks to God. But going back in the part, my ladies, in the roles, I think following those roles that I know we have taken a little bit time on it, in business and in marriage. One story I want to share real quick is when I was leaving my full-time job at a time, Jeremy, I didn't think I was a salesperson,
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Jeremy saying to me, you listen to your boss, and everything that your boss is saying, you obey, because that's your boss. And you're not going to tell him, hey, this, blah, 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 or who you think you are. But then here, I'm the boss, because he's the main and the president of the company. Mm-hmm. Like, why wouldn't you want to listen to something that is for both of us? And that was such a reality check for me, first as a wife, newly wife. I'm like, it's true. If I let that being in the middle, then it's my ego getting in the middle. And that was my first time submitting to my husband. Yes, I submit to him, and I said, I better submit to the husband that I chose and the business owner that I'm working along with him, because it's for both of us. Yeah. And I think it's that when that harmony happened to us and we made smarter decision for the future, we have taken us where we are right now. I just wanted to share that.
No. And it was the total truth. I started the business by myself for a few months, and then, I needed help because everything was moving forward. So by her coming along and me telling her that, I mean, it was just one of the best decisions we've ever made in our marriage was that. And, fast forward now, going to real estate, being in the business now for 20 years, a different type of business, a lot of freedom. We've been building individuals. Mm-hmm. We've probably built in our 20-year career, thousands of people. thousands of people that have come through our doors, that have worked with us. Families
has passed through our through our teaching and mentorship programs.
And obviously there's seasons for everybody. And we have been able to build so many people in our marriage and our business. That is what has been fulfilling for me, is just being able to see those people and just flourish into different aspects, into different businesses, open up their own offices, open up their own businesses. And, we always wish them the best. Yeah. Because we came across them at one point,
200%.
200.
I think the one thing I have enjoyed the most in this career in real estate is teaching people. Yeah. It's being able to see an individual that didn't believe in themselves, that they were new, they didn't know the knowledge, and already see the potential. And many that are not with us, like what you said, many have open businesses and have created all their people around them. For us to be those mentor for those individuals is the most gratifying part that I can take each day that we go to sleep and we're like, wow, we saw a great potential and look where they are now. And to us, no matter what happened, there will always be people that somehow we impacted their life.
This is great. And our culture here at our team is that. Just build each other up, hustle mentality, and let's earn that signature. Now, in marriage and business, there's going to be disagreements. How would you say we handle those?
Oof. Same way as business, guys. There's no other way about a lot of negotiation. No, it's not communication. Yes, because communication, you have to speak when you're negotiating, but you can speak all you want. But women, for my girls out there, instead of communicating and talking, because that's all we do. Yes, that's all we do. If you come with a mindset of, I'm in this table, but to negotiate, I guarantee you the outcome is going to be way different, especially with this gentleman over here.
I'm the easiest.
Mr. Negotiator, that he's always in negotiating mode. To me, is very gratifying, by the way, to know that I win, because for all my life, I think you are the best salesperson I've ever met.
I appreciate that.
You are a great negotiator. And Jeremy,
I try my best.
For those that don't know him, he's passive aggressive. He comes back to you 1,000 different ways you don't notice, but it's for that kill in a positive way.
In such a positive way.
In a positive way for a signature.
We always earn that signature. But we have become a great team.
Don't be crying.
No. Who said I was crying?
I heard a little
emotional. Yeah, it's okay to cry. But we have become a great team because we have been able to be humble with each other, I think. And we have been able to communicate, understand disagreements where sometimes we don't see eye to eye to things. And it's okay. We can agree to disagree because we are both two different individuals. We both have two different way of thinking sometimes, and we've learned to come together. And we have people that have been with us for a very long time, and it goes the same way. In business, we learn to work with each other, and we learn to know that when is the right time to say something, when is the best way to approach a situation in a transaction, a situation in the office with two different individuals, whatever it means. But it's all about harmony, and in a marriage, that can be no more truer. It's just incredible. And we have built this empire, and I'm really happy to have built it with you. So every marriage and every business is going to have challenges. But what matters is how you overcome them and how you continue to move forward. So with this episode, we're going to conclude with what we like to call our signature move. So what is your signature move, Gea, in marriage and business?
Well, my signature move that I would definitely have for marriage and business, it has to be with always being growing. And I would definitely in connecting with those individuals. Connecting with my individual in marriage is definitely you. So we always have to be growing, because if we're not growing, we are dying. So if there's growth in my marriage is going to be alive, it's going to grow. And in business, the same way. Any relationship, whether it's my team, whether it's the people that are impacting, whether it's a buyer or seller, there has to be a growth.
That's very unique. And my signature move is coming to agreement, because when you come to an agreement, although you might have to give a little bit, one person, I give a little bit, you give a little bit, and we come in agreement. Agreement is so powerful in marriage and business, and that is a signature move, because with agreement, although you gave up a little bit, you're moving forward. You're moving now to, you're progressing, and you go on to the next step, and you continue building, just like you said. So with that, we conclude the first episode of the Earn the Signature podcast. Don't forget to subscribe in all the platforms. We look forward to our next episode, and we'll see you next time.